So we have a few little products here first that we're going to prepare the test panel. So if I get Kevin to hold this really expensive bit of kit, and how this works,
right,
is we have three little dots, one here, and one here, and them three have to locate on the panel, and it'll tell you when it's not doing a right job, because right now there's nothing touching.
Okay.
And it comes up as red. I'm going to touch the top one, the right one, and then the left one, and now that is ready for a scan. It'll also give you the temperature of the panel as well, which is quite cool.
That's very cool.
So Kev's going to hold that while I prepare with some medium cut compound on that, just to get rid of any little scratches or anything like that. So we're just going to So that's a medium cut, and then this is a fine cut, like a finish wax polish that we're going to put on it, and that just brings up the shine. And I do a large area just so we can get a couple of different scans.
Yeah.
So we have a few little imperfections in it. Yeah. You can't see it normally, but this camera here, it'll tell you where all them are. So what we're going to do, that's all scanned. And the nice thing with this, it's now 25 points. You can see the temperature is actually dropping down. This is actually touch screen as well. It'll activate a dark mode because it's a black panel.
Okay.
And now that's going to put an extra light in there to actually get all the metallics that we want.
Mm.
Now we do 5 of these scans.
Is this more accurate than using manufacturer's colour codes?
Well, what we're trying to match is old paint and UV damage paint. So if we put brand spanking new paint on it, it'll show slightly different.
Yeah.
So we have a 5 rating in green, job safe job data, and then that's it. Why didn't that save? I think I deleted it. Let's do another one just to be safe.
Okay. So dark mode active, was that just kind of...
So so what happens is there is like a UV light in there, and that'll rebound. So it judges all the rebound of the reflection per square inch or mil, the amount of pearlescent that's in there as well. And acrylics and all that different types of paint. I can show you, we have a full chart in there of all different colour bits and pieces.
And I take it there's a sophisticated program that...
Yeah, there's so many out there now. So job, there it is, it's saved now. So that's 0657. What this spectro does, it'll actually colour match and make a formula itself to match this. So if there is no colour on the system, it'll actually make its own system. We are in the paint mixing room. It's a very busy room and a lot of spillages can happen in here. We try not to, but it's one of those things, it's the nature of the beast. So what I was talking about inside of colour charts and stuff like that, so all the manufacturing, car manufacturing companies, we have 99% of all their colours in here. And what we also have is, so if you're doing a special colour, it will give you a difference. So this is a black over different bases, but like there's pinks and all that pastel colours, but what the real funky colours are is at the back of this, and they are these flip colours. So I don't know if this is actually pulling any of these end colours up. So as soon as I change it, this one here where my thumb is goes from a green to a pinky purple colour. Don't know if you can see any of that.
It's actually picking up, I do believe, on the camera.
So it might be difficult to pick up on the camera. It's like this one here. There's a silver to a green tint that comes off that, but there's so many bits and pieces that are in there. And also, what that spectral camera is doing is picking up the coarseness of the silver metallics. So this here on the back is very small coarse, small, medium, large, and I believe there should be an extra large in there, because that just goes to show same colour blue, same colour code,
Yeah.
but just different amount of coarseness of silvers. And this is where we will mix up all the different colours and stuff like that. This job, unfavourable receipts have been dropped, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. After correction score, so we have, believe it or not, we have a Honda colour came in there.
Oh.
And what we will do, we'll go to the colour box,
Yeah.
Honda 1 on this,
Yeah.
and the code is PB739 we have to look for.
Okay.
So Honda colour box 1, which is just over here. And if we try and find PB739, PB.
How did they do this before such sophistication?
They probably had spray outs, and you'd have to manually go out and check every single one of these. PB973. PB739, and Premium Majestic Night.
Bit like its owner.
And that, what we're going to do, we're going to go out to the bike
Yeah.
and actually check it against the bike itself. This is just the first Honda one, because it's a Honda bike. I said we'd go with that one. We can also pick up a Fiat colour. I'll bring out Fiat Group 7. So that is quite tall up here. Fiat Group number 7, and that is RA599. Because it's actually quite surprising, all the different car manufacturers that we have now, a lot of them are using the same colours, just giving it different names. RA599, and we've actually Nero Carbono Matte, and we've two
Carbono.
colours. We've two colours
Bravissimo.
here, so you can actually just check.
Yeah.
So that's 3 colours that it has scanned.
Yeah.
And I have a funny feeling it's this colour, the darker without the blue effect.
Even though, you know, I have that touch-up, original touch-up. It says metallic blue.
Yeah.
That's slightly bluish. I wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we'll do, because
Yep.
I just picked these 3, we'll go out
Go
to
and have
the
a look.
bike and just double check it.
Cool.
Actually, looking at that panel in here, there is quite a blue fleck to that.
Yeah.
Sorry if I am jumping round.
Let's have a look.
That looks too dark.
Shall I hold the?
Let's put it over here. Put it on top of the bike.
Sure.
At least we can work on it together. So this is the Honda colour. And that
Well,
to
that
me,
is very good, actually.
if you look at that, there's still quite a blue to it.
Yes.
So if you hold that one,
Yeah.
I need hands like an octopus here.
Do you want me to hold it?
Let's try the bluer shade of the Fiat, which actually,
Looks closer than that.
that's too blue.
This is very blue, isn't it?
Yeah. I have a funny feeling.
We're going Italian. That's fucking spot on, that is. Hey, well, let's check the other panel. I know you didn't clean the other panel, but it's bluish.
Yeah.
Spot on. Fiat.
And we're going to go for the Fiat Nero Carbonio.
Nero Carbonio. Dai,
Nero
Tommy.
Carbonio Metallic Pearl.
Questa è la prova finale che la mia moto adesso ha la cittadinanza italiana.
I hear a lot of this. Let's get mixing this. Kev is going to
Okay.
follow me.
Yep.
Funny thing is, look at this.
Yeah.
So there's 2 actual colour codes to that.
Right.
599 -3 -7. Right, so there's quite a few in there. And we went for this one,
Yeah.
599-1.
Right.
And that's 599-1 that picked up as well. I didn't even
So-
realise that. And they after the score, so there's a 0.09 out of 100 score to the closest match. So it's 0.9.
So our eyes were pretty good on that one.
Yeah, your old vintage eyes. Now, this, once I click start, it's going to calibrate that to 00, 00 up here, and now I need to get tint number 002. There's going to be a lot of over and back. Give it a shake, and we have to bring that up to 154.7. So with the tints that we're actually putting in now, you have to be exact, and we need 19.5 of this. Yeah, so going back to the paint mixing side of it, you have to be very precise with it, because otherwise you might end up painting the full side of a car, not realising, what hopefully you have, that you've painted it with the correct mixture. And a good way to tell with this
Is when
system,
the client punches you.
well, hopefully not. Hopefully you might be able to look at this computer and it'll actually tell you you've done it all wrong. And I will show you that in one moment.
As in, it's not going to let you sign off until you've...
Well, it'll actually flag up a load of red flags and say
Yeah.
you need to recalculate, you need to recalculate. It's a bit like a sat-nav.
Yeah.
There you go. That's 19.5. So what will happen, just here, we have remaining of grams and stuff like that. If that went over, it'd be in red, and it wouldn't let you actually finish off your mix.
It is incredibly sophisticated, the system, isn't it?
Yeah. It's actually quite cool to see, once you put the water in there, to actually see it all getting activated. So, 6.3 is there, it says 6.2 up there, so we have to pick some of that out. And to do that, we're going to do a bit of this. That little bit has changed that. And this, you can actually see, so for a 300ml mix, we're only putting in 3.3 of this colour. And actually you can see how it changes the flip?
Yeah.
So this is the flip colour that I showed you in the previous bit while we're in here. So we have completed batch complete, leave, yes, or I can actually save the recipe for next time. So we come over to the mixing table, use one of these.
Okay.
Give this a good old mix up. See how it looks green?
It's weird.
Until it dries. It'll actually dry the exact same colour as the bike.
Now, you've used a beaker.
Yeah.
What if you go to the whole van?
We have bigger ones. So
So,
we have all different sizes. So we have ones that are teeny weeny little ones.
yeah.
Put that back in there. Or we have really big ones.
So would it be in certain occasions you'll be making like 5 or 6 big ones?
Yeah, you may
So
have to refill this a couple of times.
Yeah.
But for bigger vans, we would tend to try and, well, vans, cars and stuff like that, we would maybe get a lot of this pre-mixed made up.
Gotcha.
All depends on the colours. If it's a one-off colour, we would end up mixing it ourselves. For For smaller bits, we mix it ourselves, but if it's for bigger jobs or contract work that we do a lot of,
Yeah.
we would tend to get it all pre-mixed in. It saves quite a bit of time, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what we are going to do, guys, is food has just arrived. I am going to quickly eat along with Kevin, and when we return, we shall be putting some colour on the bike.
Excellent. What is it you're doing now then?
So all I've said, we're mixing up some primer.
Yeah.
So what this does, because as you can see where we sanded down all the stone chips and stuff like that, we have a multitude of different layers.
Right.
I'm a bit like, what's that lady on the cooking program? Layers of Victoria Sponge.
I don't know.
I'll send it to you, and she
It's
keeps it
interesting.
layers.
It's nice to know what your viewing is really. Okay. He watches. Do you watch the Great Cake Bake? Or
That's it. The Bake Off.
The Bake
Great
Off.
British Bake Off. What's her name? I can't think of her name now.
I don't know.
But she's in there. We'll put a little snippet of her saying what I'm trying to explain.
This will go into that hole,
Yeah.
and the juice will go down like a drizzle. It's got to be stiff enough to pipe.
We have what's called a plastic primer. So we're going to have to put some of this clear stuff down first. Let that dry. Put our wet and wet primer on. Give that 10-minute bake at 60 degrees.
Okay.
Once that's all dried off and flattened off, and if we need to do any modifications to the primer, we can do that at this stage. Then we put our base coat on. So the base coat is put on with one of these guns here, this DeVilvis. And then I'm just using this empty pot for illustration purposes. This is our clear coat. So this is the 4 different products that we're going to be using through the whole painting process.
Right. Okay.
And we have an array of spray guns. So we have base coat guns here. This is a wet and wet gun. This is another base coat. This is a mini jet, another mini jet, a primer gun. We have a 2-pack gun, another base coat gun, smaller base coat guns. There is actually a small base coat gun missing. My purple one's over there. There's another one on top.
Yeah. There's a purple one here.
There's an array of spray guns over here. So this one here is the new DV1 DeVilvis gun. It's a fantastic bit of kit for clear coat. These are all DeVilvis, and these are nearly all SATA and a few DeVilvis thrown in the middle there. So we're just going to get some plastic primer
Okay.
and our wet and wet and get ready to shoot.
Excellent. Shoot.